Woohoo!
Copy link. I'll do the SLF one. And I will add everyone.
What number of video casts is this? 4 or 5?
I think this is. So I missed one. So I think it's 4.
Yeah.
4 overall. 2 since the official founding of the SLF.
Yes, that sounds correct.
Nice DC there, Adam.
Whoops.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
I did that wrong.
Sorry, the internet's hard. That sounded more condescending than I intended it.
And I'm old. It's okay, I know. I actually just turned 40 on Friday.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
You make me sound like a kid.
I make everyone sound like a kid.
Troy Pressing is here. Hi, Troy.
Yay, first person.
First person. Troy already knows our... Oh, whoops.
Are you really first if you don't message first?
Alright.
That's a good point.
We officially posted in PBE. No at everyone. What's up, TP?
I posted SFL.
The logo is a nice look, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
I can go post
Thank you.
WSBL.
Yeah. I'll go hit
I say this being nice as heck. Go to bed. It's work tomorrow. I actually took tomorrow off. I planned for this.
I did not.
Yes.
I'm
Yes,
just
sir.
gonna hijack WSBL and posting their announcements.
Heck yeah.
EFL and PBE have a 1-hour hard stop, right? Tack, you're with me?
I have a 1 hour hard stop too. I gotta do
Mine's a
laundry.
soft stop, but yeah.
You gotta commit to the hard stop, man. Nah, I'm with you on the soft stop. Wow, holy crap.
Yeah, like if it's 11:05, I'm not gonna throw a fit.
Right. I don't think any one of us is planning to stay up till midnight, because I can talk till midnight, but I don't think Adam, midnight for you is like 10. Mo drums or we riot. Mo, you have a request for drumming.
You had to know that was going to happen.
Not gonna be able to do it.
Air crew, you're just saying that because he's wearing the crab's hat.
I mean, he hasn't seen the other hats yet.
Right, but he called you hot. And I'm like, he is hot, but like, it's because air crew's on the crabs. There's bias in his comment.
Really? Your butthole? Really?
I will. All right. Wow. Got a lot of people. I love it.
Thank you, Crow. I just turned 40 on Friday.
Oh, wow. Mr. 40.
Yeah.
Cheers to you.
Cheers.
Absolutely ancient.
Ancient. Absolutely. I remember when the Soviet Union still existed. That's not even a joke.
That hit hard.
Oh, Hoppy, you haven't seen anything yet. Can I just jump into my announcement because I really want to, because I'm excited and we're waiting for for that one anyway. Which is the SCFSL now has a hat store, which has, in addition to flex fits and snapbacks, also has.
So excited for this.
Beanies.
In Canada, we call that a toque, but
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one you didn't leak to me.
I did
In
not.
Australia, we call it useless.
I like it.
And you can go to our hat store, which now has a link where you can order it and get it. For your favorite team, as well as the SCFSL logo.
Hoppy said he's going to have to buy one of each.
Heck.
Hoppy is known to be the best HO member of SCFSL history, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I wait, Adam's here. Shit, I can't.
No one said I was good.
Do you guys select the questions, or are you just answering all questions submitted? Michael wants to know.
I do one
Yes.
run through of the questions just to make sure there's nothing super out of line, which there was one, which I deleted. So
Cool.
you already know who you are. I'm not answering that question. But then everybody else just do everything up, and nobody else is prepared for it. And I even barely prepare, to be honest. I just want to make sure I don't get hit with something unexpected.
I think the short version is as many as we can get to.
So why don't we fire off the first question?
Let's do it.
We
Can we
don't
do
have many
intros?
tonight, actually. So we've only got
Wow.
a handful. So if we want to hit, oh nope, never mind. It doubled in the last 10 minutes.
Usually
let's-
how it goes.
Do we have any big announcements? Let's start with those.
Ooh, that's a good
fast,
point.
Even though I know, so like this week, for example, in SLF terms, we picked a logo which will pop up.
It's actually already
Um,
up. You can see
yeah,
it in
it's
the
up.
top
up,
left.
You can see that. So congratulations to Spartan for winning the logo contest, which is going to come with an awesome prize, which you can scroll up in announcements to find, but I might repost. Second place went to Orbiting Death, so you get a little bit of a prize as well. But congratulations to Spartan, and check out our awesome logo, which is up here somewhere. I'm looking at the wrong screen to know where it's at, so it's in one of these.
The wrong way.
Top left.
My top left or your top left?
That's a good point.
My top left's upside down.
I already made that joke before we started.
One of these two.
It's in the top corner. I don't know which one.
Like,
They have eyes,
everybody
they
do
can
the
see
Brady
it.
Bunch thing.
Got a logo.
Yeah.
Nice.
ISFL joined this week, which is awesome.
Woohoo!
And also, we got Darkness representing ISL. Darkness is over here for me. So if I point here, I'm pointing at Darkness for myself.
He's up
They
there.
also switched commissioners literally today, so congratulations to Swanty, even though he couldn't make it, of course. The new commissioner of the ISFL.
Woo.
Huge news for our
Is
partner
he the
league.
first European commissioner? I don't know if it's been.
No, Dermot's Irish.
Yeah,
For ISPL or in
it's
general?
both.
ISFL.
Magus was
So-
commissioner of PB for forever, so
Yeah, and
Obviously, the
before
word,
Maj was Dermot, he was long before. So yeah.
Yeah. So but hey, I like that
Not
we've
even
got
special.
kind of that going on. So who's
I got a
gonna have
tamper
the
warning
first-
against me recently. Is that an announcement?
I mean, look, I'm gonna say
I
something.
heard
If
about that.
if you don't get,
Yeah,
I
okay,
want to
you're
go
on
into
mute.
that a
Sus-
little bit, actually.
I'm gonna say something. If you don't get suspended for tampering, you're not doing it right.
No,
You literally
PBE
aren't.
I feel like PBE's winning because you've had an African commissioner, you've had a European commissioner, and an American commissioner, and you've had whoever the fourth commissioner is that I always forget.
I was actually going to make a joke coming up soon because we added a British gentleman to our head office, and that another country's represented. So Florida, America, now England, Australia. So
Florida's a country?
I like
Yeah.
that. It's good. Florida is.
we are
its
our
own-
own.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
These are something.
yeah. TLK, you keep going on mute whenever you try to say something profound.
You know, that's fair. I'm gonna turn off my push to talk and we'll just roll with it.
Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta let it go.
What's the worst that could happen?
My
Thank you
wife
for not showing your butthole anymore. All right.
Sorry, your wife is the worst that could happen, TLK?
my wife coming back from a party, yeah. No. I trailed off and that's on me.
I mean,
I love my wife.
if you've never heard TLK's wife roast him on the mic,
During streams, it's hilarious.
Oh,
Well worth it.
You
very
need to
occasionally
be
she'll
there.
pop up on an SCFSL stream.
Hey,
my
got another
tweet.
one. Now I gotta
Oh,
move
okay.
all the logos, so bear with me 2 minutes.
Craft is for SBA.
Yep, nope, that one I knew.
Okay. So while we're discussing SBA, if you don't have a FIBA team, Team Australia, always be recruiting.
And now
A,
take
B, C.
Hello, Trev.
Greetings. How's it going?
Hello, Trav. What's up?
Pretty good.
How much?
Welcome,
Welcome to the
Domingo
insanity.
Pozo, the PBE.
Yes. Recently retired.
Congratulations on a career, 2 championships with the Aviators.
Ooh,
Yes.
that's nice. Even though they're virtual rings, like you still feel those rings, you know?
Especially because they're my only Sim League rings so far.
Really?
Really?
Other than, okay, I have an SBDL championship. I don't know if that counts.
I
Those
count
don't
it.
count. Those definitely don't count.
Right? That's what I
We're
thought.
not counting minor league championships now?
Minor league championship.
Oh, I'm screwed then.
As Tack takes a massive sip of his drink, he's like, oh.
My whole game plan was big fish in small pond.
Let me see. I have ISFL championships. I don't think I have a PBE championship. I don't have an SBA championship, but I do have FIBA and NCAA. I have an EFL championship. I have SCFSL championships.
When? Try to figure out. Oh, I guess he played for Wallabies.
I did. I got 2 with the Wallabies.
There we go.
Myth is asking
I-
for Dude Man. Dude Man's running late, Myth. Appreciate you asking.
be
Also,
here,
shout out
Myth.
to Myth, big Switchfoot fan. Hey,
Yeah, I can beat WSBO while he's not here.
True Darkness
Just
can
give me
rep.
2 logos.
Technically, we are all tied for the lead in career WSBL championships.
True.
Mm,
We're all equal.
We all have 0.
about half of us are in WSBO.
Was
Yeah,
recently
something about
warned
half.
for being too sarcastic with people in Discord. That's hilarious.
What the hell?
How,
What
how
was in the Discord I run? Have those people met
us?
The internet.
the internet? Thank you.
Your warning's
like that
cool,
all
but
of
I'll
those
raise you.
All of those answers were individually completely valid. Rookie mentors. Yeah. Okay. Like
With new users,
still,
especially, yeah.
I get it. I get it.
Yeah,
How
we're all
does that look?
commissioners. All of us are like quietly nodding our heads, like, yeah, probably should be nice. To
Nah. Look, if they can't handle the rookie mentors being as sarcastic as the regular community, they're in for a rude awakening. The point of a rookie mentor is to adjust them, both in terms of temperament and the ins and outs.
You don't believe in the acquired taste method?
No.
Let them acquire the taste over time, not like throw it at them immediately.
TLK chat has noticed the same thing I did. Your quilt. Give
Yes.
them a quick rundown.
Yeah, so this quilt is actually a gift that my wife and I got from when we got married. It's actually hand knit by an in-law of mine.
It's beautiful.
Nice.
Yeah. So I always use it as the
Well,
backdrop.
that has meaning.
I got a few quilts we got when my daughter was born. Maybe I should do the quilt thing next time. It's
Heck
better than
yeah.
blinds and stuff.
Let's have a quilt vidcast.
You should see this whole setup. It's a quilt sitting on a drying rack. I'm sitting on 2 chairs so that it actually makes a backdrop. My wife
That's
came
a
up with it.
drying
It's
rack.
brilliant.
You missed it, Traff, but my backdrop was my cat was just standing there showing everybody her butt for a good 2-3 minutes.
Like as it should be. That's beautiful cat behavior.
She's like,
I'm
hey.
excited. I'm excited because I'm getting a new cat on Tuesday. The last of our previous cats died in August, and so we're
Yeah.
adopting. It's gonna be
That's,
good.
That's awesome. It's always a fun time. We got her a couple months ago, so our other cat could have a playmate, and she's just been like, I'm an unrepentant cat dad. Sorry, Daisy, I love you as well. You're my girl, but 2 cats and a dog. So like,
Well, I could tell by the amazing tree you have that you have great
we've
love
had this tree for a
for the
decade.
cat.
You know, so many cats have climbed this tree over the course of that time.
The rite of passage.
Oh yeah, and it's great because it's lightweight. So we just, we have the sliding glass over there. So we just like during the day just pull it partially in front of the sliding glass so they can hang up there and smell all the things.
It's important for a cat, right?
Yes. Okay, we should actually do proper introductions, as Val
Yes.
just sort of pointed out. I'm Adam, obviously. I'm the CEO of the SLF. That's my symbol up there. I don't get one in the fancy place here. And for those who may have asked, I did a whole thing where I didn't want to pick a title, and then I got like 9 responses for a possible title, and the second one was guy who's thinking way too hard about this, and I was like, all right, that's fair. I'm just gonna pick one. So that's me. Let's go to next over. I always gotta remember what you guys can see. Over here.
Just say a
Can you
name.
see me?
Let's go to darkness.
Yes, I'm Darkness. I'm HO in the ISFL. I also do GM in WSBL and Super Casual. Yeah. Next person.
Say a name.
Hummus, of course.
I'm Hummus God. I am the commissioner of the PBE, actually, technically the longest tenured commissioner in league history, a league that was founded in 2017 as an offshoot from ISFL. So, yeah, representing my favorite baseball sim league in the world, the only baseball sim league in the SLF. So, pretty cool. And next we got Moholt. Did I say that right?
Yeah, that's right. You got the first L, which is the one everyone misses. So
Nice.
props to you. I'm the owner of the SBA and the SWA, and yeah, I've been doing this for far too long, and I decided to only officially represent the wrestling league tonight. So we'll go to TAC.
Yeah, so I'm Tactical Hammer, one of the admins of the EFL. Yeah, been here a few times, so I've introduced myself enough, I think. TLK.
Hi, I'm TLK. I am the commissioner for the Super Casual Football Sim League, or SCFSL for short. We're probably different from our peers in that we have no point tasks, which is always what makes us super casual. I'm also in the PBE and ISFL to a degree, and EFL to a degree.
Merch store.
Oh, and we have, as you can see by this beautiful hat, we have a merch store where you can get your own beautiful hats. I will be announcing it. And you all should join the SCFSL because it takes all of 5 minutes to be a max earner.
True. And we shitpost nonstop. And that leaves, last but not least, our one newcomer.
Yeah.
Or one of our two newcomers. Sorry, darkness. Trav.
Yeah, I'm Monica Trapag. I'm one of the SBA commissioners, and I've not been doing that very long, but I'm learning how to do commissioner stuff, and been in sim leagues since 2018, and did PBE for a while. I'll recreate soon, and I'm in SHL as well right now.
Nice. Despite what who was it? Ahmed said, part of commissioner duties, in addition to assigning and removing perms, is being angry for random shit at all times, uh, keeping Kells from going off and killing everybody. Shout out to Kells. You know somebody. You know it's
Hey, you
rough
would have
when
had him here
somebody
if it
makes
wasn't
you-
me.
right?
I
Oh,
would.
thank you. I did not know that. Anybody that can make me the good cop.
Not many people can do that.
Not that many.
I love
kind of
Kels.
freeing.
He's one of my favorite people, though.
I always feel like you need, in any management group, you need one hard ass who's going to be like, look, this is what it is, and this is where we need to go, and just kind of cuts all the crap aside. It's nice. It's also nice not to have to be that person.
I'm the softie.
That's
The other
fair.
guys
That's
from
me.
HBA, they're the hard asses.
Yeah, that's him.
I'm the softie too. I suck at being a hard ass.
Same. I think that's why I like you a lot, TLK. I think we're pretty similar in that regard. I just want everyone to have fun and get along.
Sorry,
Which is probably the toughest challenge ever in an online setting.
TLK, was that your wife cameo there?
Oh,
Scalping
it
insane?
sure was. She is probably watching some TikTok of some sort.
I'm too old for TikTok.
She would
Right?
absolutely not laugh that I said I'm not a hard ass. She knows that I am the softie of the two of us.
I purposely mispronounce InstaChat and Snapgram as those just to annoy people who are like 20, especially in real
Hey,
life.
that's
'Cause they're
me.
like, do you? Because they're like not 100% sure if I'm doing it on purpose.
Like my
It's great.
grandfather many years ago once seriously called Facebook the face mask, so that's all I call
Nice.
it now.
That's
Look,
hilarious.
he was ahead of his time, obviously.
All right, Unconfident asks, where's the bow tie? I have to answer this question. So originally I was not going to have a hat for this stream. I actually ordered a custom-made SCFSL bow tie that I was looking forward to rocking for the stream. For those who don't know, in our first stream I did wear a bow tie as well. It has not arrived yet, so it will be there for the next one. I promise.
Blame customs.
I will. But I've seen the mock-ups. It is beautiful. So
If any of the SLF community works in customs, you never know. We're all over the place.
so
Looking forward to it, TLK. We got some questions, right, Adam?
We do have some questions. Let's get some questions.
I'm looking
And
forward
chat
to these.
is moving, so this is fun. Good. We got all the major announcements out of the way. I'm 2 beers in, so I don't always remember. Okay. So, question number 1. This is from Will3. Shout out to Will3. He is in. I asked people what league they're in, and his comment was, "The better question is what leagues am I not in?" Which I think, incidentally, he referenced in chat earlier that he's in all but 2.
yep,
Mhm.
think all but
Um,
3, but either way.
His question, which I love because it's one of our more popular things that we talk about, is with an influx of new leagues, have to wonder what new leagues could we see in the future. Which, we just the WSBL just joined, ISFL just joined. We've had some of the other leagues have been here a little longer. I know the SSL, the soccer league, just finished their test season, which I took part in. So they're going to go through their first season shortly. Keeping an eye on that. That's possibly for the future. There's some other leagues that are brewing, and of course, we always get suggestions from people. Everyone wants a golf league. A bunch of people want a racing league. Rugby league is weirdly popular. I'd be totally down for that.
I know there is actually supposedly one rugby league. I know
I'm
Simo was
intrigued.
talking about it.
Yeah, Simo was talking about it. I was took that from me, Darkness. Yeah, Simo was talking about that. To me, the answer to that question is find me a sim engine, a sports game sim engine that has the ability to export stats to like an online index. I'll show you the opportunity to start a league because I think and I know we got leagues here represented that don't have that capability, but I think that's oh sorry I cut myself. I think that's the easiest way to start a sim league is to have the ability to export information to an index automatically.
It makes it so much easier.
Shout out to
Okay.
Katarn for the gardening sim league suggestion.
I'm still in favor of a chess boxing sim league.
Chess boxing.
Oh, that's where it's at.
It's a great sport that no one knows.
Moosey's here. Shout out to Moosey. I was writing my next newsletter post and was talking highly of you. So
Hey, that's my WSBL GM. Shout out to the Lake Superior Raiders. We don't know why we suck.
We'll blame Moosey.
We have
No,
the
blame
most
Wolverine.
TP in the league, but we can't. Yeah, exactly. Blame Wolverine.
Sim league management, sim league. I keep saying we should do that. I'm all for that tact. I've actually thought this one through.
So this becomes a tycoon game very quickly.
Yeah, it's basically a tycoon game.
The currency is drama.
I like that Tack tried to be slick and he didn't say it here. He put it in chat real quick.
I don't want to interrupt anyone.
Too
A
kind.
drinking
I
simulator.
left.
I think Commissioner podcasts are a drinking simulator.
I was gonna say, is that not what this is?
Yeah, right.
I'm having a sparkling water.
Oh, nice.
Fancy.
Good. You're the driver.
I'm still kind of hungover from yesterday.
The podcast needs a designated driver, so it's you. Okay. I always give people an opportunity to shout out somebody. Will has shouted out everyone who's been a GM to one of his players. All of you have been great. That's very nice. I like that.
That's beautiful.
It's sweet.
Second question comes from Beast Takeover, who's repping EFL, SBA, PBE, ISFL, and the USFA, which is somebody else's. Who is UFA? Who is that one?
USFA is, I know this one. It's a different Axis football sim league, actually.
Oh, it's not that one we don't want to talk about, is it?
I plead the fifth.
Okay, so moving on.
So we're not talking about it. Dude, man,
The
shut up, by
question
the way.
is, this is a good question. I think we need to put some thought into this one. The question is, why is Tack so goated?
God damn it. I was really excited for a legitimately good question.
Is this where we warn Beast Taylor for using sarcasm?
Joining Michael Lum for getting warned for sarcasm.
Oh. Oh, we have a dude man sighting.
I know he's already got his WB SBL or BSL.
SPL.
WSBL.
Okay, I can never.
World Simulation Basketball League.
Yeah,
Man, you got a camera
Acronyms are
or
hard, okay?
they
you go
are.
on it?
Like, especially since so many good ones have been taken, and we're trying to like be even remotely unique, you know.
We lost him. Everyone has
We
now
got him.
shifted
Yeah,
leagues,
he,
so
Yep.
Guys
Discord
gotta
does
move
that.
to
I
the-
haven't.
Look,
I'm
no,
working on
Hummus
no.
is now representing the SWA.
right. Everyone just gets new jobs as this goes on.
You are now commissioners of your respective leagues. Good luck. Have fun.
If I'm repping a wrestling league, shouldn't I rip my shirt?
Yeah. What is your
What is
entry
your shirt?
music?
Show it.
Oh, it's Stone Cold. That's actually was my render for the PBE for 2 IRL years until I made a new player. The first Stone Cold render in PBE history. So
Just to jump in, Myth, I didn't pick the name.
The devil on my shoulder is so tempted to hang up no and call back just to screw up the logos again.
Discord's so weird like that. Like, Dude Man didn't have a camera on, and then he was
Boom.
in one spot. Then he puts his camera on, then he's somewhere else.
Right? It's so weird how it just can't be. Whatever. I'm not gonna try to understand any of that shit. All
Can
right.
you, can you drop the link, TLK?
Yes. I just gotta find it.
I could also do that too.
If you have it handy.
Yeah, of course. Am I allowed to drop links in your
Yeah.
chat?
Unless
don't
it's
allow it.
bigfollows.com. Everything else is good.
I got it.
SBA and W. Oh, whoops. I flipped them. I got my basketball sims mixed up, and no one was any the wiser.
So, even though we almost avoided it, now's the time where we go back to the question. And everybody gives compliments to Tack.
No.
Tack's great.
I thought we had forgotten and moved on.
Wait, can I give a
Oh, I
compliment to
know.
Tack?
Yes.
He joined us while on vacation. That's how dedicated he is to the Federation and bringing all of us together. This guy joined us while he was on vacation. That was such a cool moment. So, shout out to Tack. He is goated.
Yeah,
Thank you.
absolutely.
I've not met you before, but you seem handsome, so
I hate this so
that works for me.
He's definitely handsome. I agree with Trap 100%.
Also, can we all agree that even though we haven't expressed it, you're all a little bit jealous of that username? Tactical Hammer?
Oh, yeah, it's a great
Fucking
name.
Great name.
Also, a great
In-
profile picture.
Yeah.
Thank you. That one I'm very proud of. I've been told that me accepting compliments or trying to compliment me is like trying to push a crinkled dollar bill into a vending machine, which is just one of my favorite analogies of all time.
That's amazing. I love
It's
it.
a real. You can use that line. I really liked it.
I like
That's
that.
good.
Okay.
All right, let's move on.
Thank you, Beast. Beast wanted to shout out AW. So shout out to AW. Who
AW
is
got me
the-
championships.
Yeah.
Laser's here. What up, Laser? Laser's the
Laser!
homie.
I love laser.
Me too, man. Wow, what a freaking angel.
Laser's pretty great. Next question. Anton Grimes. Sorry for mispronouncing your name. I've been drinking. I'm the CFSL. Just not even in. He just is the SCFSL.
He is the former Vipers, current Aliens quarterback.
Oh, okay.
Seems like he should be on the stream then, if he is the entire league.
I know it's news to me. I didn't know I was fired.
Free.
You're not the
term
entire
is
league,
free.
bro.
It's not fired. It's free. Favorite dessert for everybody? That is a great question.
Ooh. Come back to me. Gotta think.
That's tough.
Hey,
Chad,
what's
I
dessert?
think just to pick one.
One.
What was
yeah,
the question?
I think that's a great question. What is your favorite dessert?
Oh,
Gelato.
I was hoping for some hard-hitting questions like how do you navigate drama or stuff like that.
I'm sure they're coming,
How
but
do you not get code of conduct violations?
I'm sure that I'm about to look up and find 2 new responses asking those exact questions. Favorite dessert?
I love brownies. It's easy, simple. Um, I'm just a pastry guy, and I think that's, in my opinion, the best pastry on the planet is a brownie. So, yeah.
I would have to say my wife's cookies, which is not a euphemism.
No one was thinking that until you said it.
Sunday, Adam.
It's me,
It's
so
the
everyone was
Lord's
thinking.
Day.
Yeah.
So for me, Trader Joe's has the little mini drumsticks, the chocolate chip flavor ones.
Ooh.
It's like
Mm,
it's just the right amount of dessert because I
okay.
usually don't want a lot.
That's a
Yeah,
good one.
small dessert gang. Quality over quantity.
Oh, 100%.
You say that, I've got like this giant like chocolate cake slab, and I could probably eat it all if I wanted to.
Yeah, I'll fuck up a big dessert. Like, come on. If it's good small, it's gonna be good large.
Has
Mhm.
anyone here ever been out at a restaurant and ordered like most restaurants have the desserts to share, like the size. Has
Mhm.
anyone ever ordered a dessert to share and
Yes,
ate it the whole thing?
yes.
For sure. My
Yeah,
I
friends were
have
all
yeah.
looking at me like I was crazy. I'm
I
like,
have
what?
not, but so to answer the first question, my answer is tiramisu. Um, but so in our wedding vows, one of the things that I like to joke about is when we go out for dinner, my wife or I will order dessert, and the other one will order a spoon or a fork. So in the wedding vows, my wife put in that she will share her desserts with me.
Oh.
So
Aw.
Aw.
You're making it an obligation now.
she made it an obligation. So now I just order a spoon whenever she wants dessert. It's great.
There was documentation. There were witnesses.
It's perfect.
You made me cry on stream, bro.
That's awesome. I like it. You're just burning calories at Planet Fitness. Shout out to Michael for reminding us to exercise.
Yeah, he's making fun of me because there's times where I'm talking to PBE folks. I'm like, oh, I'm about to go hit Planet Fitness, and they're like, oh,
Man,
don't
they're
set off the lunk
everywhere
alarm.
now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's been roasting me all night. I love it.
I
Keep it
love
coming.
it.
Yeah, it's been fun.
I wish I still had
Um,
time for the gym. Doesn't happen when you have a 2-year-old.
Yeah, I can
Oh,
see
oh
that.
boy, no, no, it
I
doesn't
don't.
really get better from there.
I don't wish I still had time for the gym, and I never had time for the gym. So
Moleholt, anti-gym, use it 11.
That's why we have a sim league, so we don't have to work out.
Look, I put points into
Simulating
fitness.
weightlifting sim.
yeah, gym sim league win.
Shout outs for Anton was the whole aliens org. I assume the only aliens we have are in the SCFSL,
Yeah.
but I never know. We do get some crossover in terms of logos and branding sometimes.
So the Roswell team in the EFL is actually very similar. I believe it's the Encounter, if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken. So it's
Ooh, I
very
like
similar.
that name.
It's a great one. But no, he's talking
Way to
about
go.
the Roswell aliens in the SCFSL.
Okay. All right. Let's go to that next question, which was Laser, which I knew he was coming up. Just got him in the chat, so that's good. Not all my words are coming out as words. Sorry. Laser lists his sim leagues as most. That's fair. Oh, okay. Now this should be
Accurate.
a fun question. Also, before I ask the question, I want y'all to keep in mind that Laser didn't shout out anyone. It's not relevant to the question. I just wanted to point it out now.
I'm
Um,
heartbroken.
It does. I haven't even heard the question. It changes my answer.
It's weird because the Venom have all of a sudden lost all their cap for next season. I just don't know what they're going to do.
Yeah, everyone on the demons is now suspended indefinitely.
uh, what was the time you personally felt the most joy in any of the sim leagues you were in?
It's a great question.
That is a great question. Oh man, there have been some great moments.
Easy for me.
Yeah.
I was a free agent and signed with a team that hadn't made the playoffs in 10 seasons, which actually was the longest drought in the league out of anybody because expansion teams had all either made it or they were too new to be have had 10 years. And we knocked out what probably was the best roster ever in the PBE. Um, and it was just a huge upset. It was such an upset that nobody on our team actually picked that us like on our predictions. Like, it's one of the tasks is to predict. We did not pick our own team because that's how good the other team was, and we beat them.
Well, you
So
never do that anyway. Or is that just me because I'm superstitious?
I'm not that superstitious.
I'm
I
the
like my
exact same
TPE. If
way.
my team's good, I'm getting my TPE. So yeah,
I think a
that
lot of people do the either I'm happy because I won or I'm happy because I got TPE.
true. So you pick one. Yeah. So
I'd
you
rather
get your
lose
hands
to
on both.
TPE every time, though.
Right.
That's
Of
true.
course. And I was very happy to lose the TPE that night. It was an amazing night for sure. Because it was just a bunch of this roster was constructed so quickly, and to take them out was really fun. So yeah.
I have a 7-year-old who wants everyone to know that she's hiding behind the TV over there.
Oh.
I would say mine. TLK was there for it actually. The when the Copperheads won the
Copperheads, yeah.
title. Yeah, that was a big team starts playing in season 15. We win the title in season 20. It was such a great catharsis, especially for like on a personal level. My first run as a GM, which was my first ever run as a GM here in any of the sim world, had not gone great for a variety of reasons, some of which were my fault, some of them weren't. So to be able to come back and start a team from scratch and get there, and then like to be able to share that with, Joe K, who's not here because he never participates in stuff because he's a curmudgeon, but he's one of my best sim league friends, and like just to be able to be like, we fucking did it, like it was so huge, and we beat the team for the title that I had problems with prior, so it felt like a yeah, motherfucker as well. I was just like a. I felt.
Was that part
I
of
would
the
say
Yellowknife can't win anything?
yes. I cursed them, because rather I cursed a specific player because we tried to get him in free agency, and he was like, "You have a bare bones team," and then he went to Yellowknife, and I was like, "Oh no, you're gonna lose until I win.
Yes.
That's what's gonna
That
happen."
is the best when a player says they don't want to go to your team because they don't think you're the best chance of winning, and then you just win the trophy that year.
Or
With
when the
him
team
on the
says they
field.
don't want to reach out to you because they don't want you and you win every award possible.
I think it's that feeling of like elation and release, sort of similar to I had last night when Hangman Page won the AEW title. Shout out to all my wrestling friends in the group.
I hadn't watched that yet, but
We're being
now I
asked to
don't have
turn
to.
Adam up volume wise. Either
I
maybe you
can do
could or
that.
can't
Yep,
take it. Yeah.
I can do
I'm
that.
just
No.
a quiet talker. Sorry.
No, I can't do that. He's at max volume. Adam, speak
Look,
louder.
this is my
Project.
voice.
Yell.
Maybe you can like increase your input
Discord.
volume.
Yeah,
Yeah.
input volume on Discord, voice and video.
I could try. Let me see.
I think for mine was pretty easy. Was when we did the last charity drive. That I remember talking to Infinite trying to set up the goals, and you're saying, with COVID spread leagues, you probably want to lower it than what it was last time. And like within like the first weeks, I had to like go scramble to add new milestones because we got that high. So just being able to like be in charge of that and feel that, seeing all the league doing that probably was the best feeling.
And a
There's a lot of
milestone got the
generous
first
people in Sim League.
Vidcast. Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no worries. I'm saying there's a lot of generous people in Sim League. It's nice to see.
Yeah.
I think for me, the sim leagues are, and this happens like every time I join a new sim league. They're a bit like what I understand heroin to be like. So for me, like going back to like 2006, and I'm dating myself. I'm not as old as Adam, I promise. But like the first time I went through a sim league, right? Like the experience of that, and that comes every time a sim league comes up. Like my first player in all these leagues are always the best. Like it never tops that. So that first experience, getting to just like fresh eyes go through a system, is always the best.
I could pick something sincere, but I don't want to have to narrow it down because there are too many. So I'm instead going to think about the moment that my team in our college league was going for. I think it would have been an unprecedented fourth consecutive championship. and we were up by a touchdown and just killing the clock. And Zeke, who some of you might know from the SBA and other leagues, was posting in the Discord, and I have the photo here of, I'm going to be eating soup after we win this thing. To which I respond, Zeke, I hate you so much right now. You're just tempting the sim gods. To which he responds, I'm more powerful than the sim gods, so, and then all caps, FML, 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 fuck, 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 followed by my response of, you did this, because we had just thrown a pick six and ended up losing the game. And the timing of it was just, I can look back on it now fondly, but at the time I was so enraged.
So best and worst, I guess.
Exactly. It was just a great moment looking back in terms of just the hilarity of it.
No, for me, I just
Never tempt the sim gods ever.
just the experience of something thrilling in the locker room. Like for me in SBA, I haven't had a lot of personal success in SBA, but in my last player, Gary Manslapper was on the Jokers, and we had this series against the Brooklyn Bullets, who were probably doesn't like this series because he's on the other end of it, but and the unstoppable Bullets and Ravens, and it one year it was like a 7-game series, and every game was a nail biter, and so we were all in the locker room, and all was going live, and that's what makes it all kind of real, and that was probably one of the most thrilling sim league moments for me. And then the championships in PB, of course, since actually getting a championship in a sim league is always fun, and you know,
Yeah,
not too
Trap, your
creative
GM.
there.
Yeah, your GM's here in chat. And I agree with you, Chap, about the exhilaration. That's why I chose when the Supernovas knocked out Nola like that. We were like a bunch of us were in voice chat, and there's nothing like it. Like when like you were talking about, Trap, just like the locker room just absolutely exploding with excitement. It makes every piece of work, every like minute, hour you've put into your player like worth it for sure.
Absolutely.
Dude, man, you haven't spoken yet, so I'm gonna let you go.
Oh, all right. So mine is gonna be a little different just because, like, for the WSBL, we're only like a month in. So I think it's like a different answer because obviously we haven't had like really that many games played. But like for me, there was a really low point where I was like ready to give up on the league. Like there was not enough support, and I felt like I was doing a lot of it by myself. So I kind of just voiced some frustrations to the people who are like wanting to get it going. And there was just one last big push, and it finally went through. And I was like, as soon as things started rolling, and then people were like literally offering to help, like different jobs within the league, like that was one of the coolest moments for me because I had never even felt that, like after all this time and effort put in, like it's finally getting the rewards for it, So it was really cool. Like there's so many people I could thank, but you guys know who you are, and so it was a really cool moment for me.
You're welcome, dude, man. No, I'm kidding.
How did
You're the
that
best, Thomas.
feel though when, because you started up and then all of a sudden, like there's a fucking rush to go join the league and people are going nuts and the chat is popping off. Like, how was that?
Honestly, it was like we were just rolling with the punches. We were kind of surprised how like everybody just started flooding in because how a lot of people have talked about it. Like basically, our draft was like a sim league user all-star draft. Like it was just people who would normally go first round were dropping into like the third and fourth, just because there's like other users that are like, they thought, we're closer friends and stuff like that. So it was crazy. But I think we managed to the best of our ability, and we were able to kind of milk it basically.
Yeah.
During the draft releases. So I think it went as best as it could.
I'd like to point out that I went 103rd in that draft. Go ahead, Hummus.
Deal.
That was
I read your media, Adam. I just want to say I have a max earning power forward taken after you. So, ha.
I think
gonna
I
say there were
shouted that
people
guy out
after
in the-
him.
Yeah.
that were better.
I added that whole section of people who have more of a right to complain than I do.
That was a reach, and we all know it.
Um,
I
Yeah, no,
have.
dude, man. I think for you, for sure, it was when well, I say we because I'm in the league, but when the league kept breaking records for most users on the site, like every 15 minutes, like every
Yeah.
15 minutes is like a new record here, a new record, new record, new record. A lot of us are in that league. It's been pretty fun. The branding's been cool. I think everyone likes joining a new league when it starts. That's how I felt about this league that is hosting tonight. Shout out to TLK. That energy of joining a new league and all the branding and getting your new locker room. You're interacting with people you know from other leagues, but never got to team up with them. So that's been really cool.
It's not something you get to see often.
No. What is interacting with new people? My entire team is people I've been on teams with before.
And I want to shout out the PBE, the first league on the planet to affiliate with the WSBL is the PBE. So
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Um, so I have mine. I have a couple I can pick from. Some which I can talk about, some which I can't talk about. And I think the only two that know about what I can't talk about are Darkness and Adam. But I'm gonna pick a different one, which is there was a patch note that was released. We have a really great rapport with the Axis Sim League devs. Like, I would like to go and boast, tell you that I don't know how good of a relationship you guys have with your developer of your engine, this, that, so on and so forth, but I
It's
can assure
awful,
you
just never know.
that none of you have been mentioned, linked, and name dropped in a league's patch notes. Ow. And my wife is attacking me.
Coming to life. We've
I have
actually
a-
had devs on
Yes.
commentary for some of our games.
Mhm.
and
So, yeah.
we actually have, I will say this, I will not reveal who it is, but we do have one of the members of the Axis team in our booth for the Super Casual Bowl number 11.
And you also
You
had
guys
one doing a Pro Bowl roster, managing one of the
Yeah.
teams.
Oh yes, I forgot about this. So the Axis 21 engine, basically, if you don't know, Axis 20 gave you like pass, run, and that was your entire sliders. It then went to situational in 21 because we basically begged them. Um, and so I threw the gauntlet to Danny Jugan, who's the lead developer of the Axis engine. And I said, and he's been in our booth for the Pro Bowl, and I said, how would you like to write a slider for one of our Pro Bowl teams? And he said, sure, but you'll lose. And I go, bring it on. So I put two of our greatest minds, Pow and Toasty, on the job to try and beat him. Mind you, he, on paper, had the better team. Granted, they're both Pro Bowls, so they're both really good. But he got stomped. And it was just really funny because one of our great partners, League Crawler, actually had him in the booth the next couple days. And shout out to Darkness and Dust, who know this. Mostradamus is a diehard Lions fan. And he had him in the booth, and he said, so we've got a question from the SCFSL because you got stomped. What do you have to say about that? Which was just amazing. So,
I want
Really-
to say that the SBA has a great relationship with the dev, and by great relationship, I mean I've been sending him Facebook messages for 2 years trying to get a patch and haven't got one. So good stuff.
We're
You're not
very
blocked.
jealous of you guys with active developers on your sims.
Yeah.
oh,
Well, Dude Man probably knows it from WSPL, but Opera Phantom, he and WSPL Sim, they don't have Portugal as a country that you can be from. So he sent it out on Twitter. And he said by the time he closed his phone and like looked back on it, it's like 10-15 seconds, he had already got a reply saying that they're gonna look into it.
that's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm sure probably, as Dude Man said as well, probably us in ISFL, you ask them to do anything about explaining their sim and there's just radio silence. But Portugal, that's what matters.
Yeah, it's terrible. Actually, I have a little snippet of back when we were doing our testing for WSBL. I was basically literally crashing the game because Wolverine Studios didn't understand, like they didn't really explain why a certain attribute worked a certain way. So we were basically, there were so many fouls in a game where it was just crashing anytime I tried to sim. And so I sent it in. I was like, "Hey, is there a reason why this isn't working?" And literally the first sentence of them was like, "Yeah, so apparently, you're basically crashing the game because there's too many fouls in the game. So explain to me, what are you guys doing to make this happen?" I go, "Okay, that's a way to answer that. asked me a question like that, so I was like,
What do you mean? What am I doing? I'm playing
yeah,
your game
yeah,
that
exactly.
I purchased from you, and you're asking me what I'm doing to break
Yeah.
your game. Interesting.
Exactly.
I have many
Yeah.
questions. First of all, how dare you?
We were actually Out of the Park Baseball is a good baseball game that I actually was playing for years before I found out about the PBE, and we were actually in an application to get pack drops for a mode called Perfect Team. I don't know if anyone plays Out of the Park Baseball, but it's basically like Diamond Dynasty. It's like Madden Ultimate Team, FIFA Ultimate Team.
You're saying
It's
hi.
a card collecting game mode, and we were finalists basically for getting pack drops while you watch our stream live. The only issue was that we are one version behind the most recent one, so we're using Out of the Park 21, and they won't. It's not even possible to get pack drops on Out of the Park 21. So um, I had a great conversation with their head of content for Out of the Park, and yeah, something I guess looking forward maybe we can get, but like we're not really like yearning for it. It doesn't. I don't know if it really does too much for us. Um,
Probably helps with
we found that a lot of the viewers in these pack drop streams, people turn on their bot like to go view the stream so they can get the packs. They're not actually in chat watching. Um, so we haven't really been yearning for those extra viewers that badly.
Okay. All right. I think that's pretty good. So next one, quick reminder that we went way off the question, which you expect.
with all
So
of
the
us
next
here.
question.
Yeah.
So just want to remind everybody one more time, Laser did not shout out any of you. Next question comes from The Cheese, who is in EFL, SBA, VHL, SCFSL, ISFL. What was the first sim league you joined? Oh boy.
ISFL. Darren
ISFL.
Smallwood.
ISFL.
Everyone here is going to say ISFL, right?
Nope.
Not-
SBA.
Besides me and Trap.
The Elite Players League 15
Ooh.
years ago.
Oh.
It was a baseball sim league on OOTP 6.5.
Wow.
Quick
Well, I need to
reminder.
ask you about that, Mo, after this. But yeah, my first league was PB. So
Quick reminder, Mo is still not as old as me. I got you, buddy.
Probably old. I might be the oldest on here, actually.
Maybe. Probably not, I'm guessing.
In age, not experience.
40.
I'm 38, so I'm close.
Close.
I think I'm the youngest.
At least you're not 40. You'd be pretty much dead at that point. So
I call Adam
It's
Falcor
coming soon.
occasionally.
Wow.
Darkness, how old are you? Or young are you, I should
20.
say.
Yeah.
I'm 20.
20? Okay. Wow.
Just gonna eat this delicious
Dude, man, you
homemade
look young.
pumpkin pie with cinnamon
I
whipped
am
cream.
25,
Okay.
so darkness beats me.
Tack.
You don't ask someone how old they are. Oh my god.
You're allowed now. My mom always told me you're not allowed to ask women. But I'm allowed to ask you because you're not a woman, Tack.
Well, I'm a feminist, so I believe in equal treatment, but if you don't, that's fine.
And we don't know how he chooses to identify. Are we assuming?
I'm 29.
Hey.
Wow.
Same age as
Okay.
me. That's awesome.
I guessed way younger than that, so nice
I've
job.
been told I have a baby face.
Get
I
used
actually
to it.
guessed older.
Well,
Okay,
screw you.
JK. Insult him.
That's
No,
the-
he
since
carries
Tyler's
himself older.
affiliation With the FL.
No, that's fair.
TLK shows violence. He's like, I'm hosting. I can throw you all back one by one.
No, he
You said I
carries
was in my
himself
late
very
50s?
maturely. I thought he was older.
No, that's fair.
I'm 30.
Okay.
So
Oh yeah. And I can outdrink you.
that's not really hard. Most people
It's
here can
not.
probably outdrink me.
Even the picture of you in chess was like his was halfway gone and yours was like 2-6. Shout out to chess somewhere. Okay, so shout outs for Cheese. Anyone that has a staff job in any sim league. That's a good shout out.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah. People work hard. I wish they would work less hard and there'd just be more people, but people work hard. This person is unnamed, but they're in the ISFL, so we've narrowed it down to several hundred people,
I think it's only like 850 in our Gen chat.
right? Why are you the way you are? Okay, this is one of the newer questions, so I didn't get a chance to look at it ahead of time.
That's a good
Genetics,
question, though.
Because I've been
Oh.
doing this for too
Nature and nurture.
alcohol.
Yeah, easy answer.
Shout out to my therapist.
Fair.
I was gonna say 29 years of using comedy as a self-defense mechanism.
Oh, that hits way too close to home. Wow.
I feel personally attacked.
Like, I like that he specifically said 29, and that was really way too close for a lot of people here.
I feel like I'm just going back to uni.
Don't worry, y'all. Wait till you hit your 30s. You'll understand things not so much better, but.
I never make more jokes than when I'm in the middle of a very difficult conversation.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Their shout out is Zane Smells, which I think we can all agree on. That makes sense. Next question is from Rev, ISFL WSBL. Do you have a favorite part about sim leagues? Jesus, I hope so.
I'll go first. Honestly, it's
Yeah.
the people. I know that it's a cheap and corny answer, but it's true. I
You
mean,
stole everybody's answer.
I stole everyone's answer, and if it's not your answer, none of you are doing this right, and I will go off on that one.
Who cares
Um,
about the people, right?
Right, exactly.
waiting for
Telling me
Mark.
Wolverine Studios is not why we're all here. That company is just too awesome. Come on.
No, it's really
Right.
the people, though. Like, honestly, Adam and I were getting drinks way back when. And he goes, usually you think about who's going to be your successor. And I was thinking about this, and I still think about this. And I was saying the same thing to Hummus, I think, last night. I don't really have any plans to go anywhere anytime soon. My wife is throwing things at me, and I don't. She threw this at me.
Currently, my favorite part of Sim Leagues is TOK's wife flipping him off.
My wife, honestly, is amazing, and I love her.
Tell her she's going to be the
What?
next commissioner.
You're going to be the next commissioner of the SCFSL.
Absolutely never.
Okay.
We tried.
Fine. Tell her I'll stick around. I'll work for her.
My husband doesn't even like real sports. Fake sports would be a hard sell.
I figure it's easier to sell. But so anyway, to finish my story, my long-winded story, which is I don't really have any plans to step now because I love just talking with everyone and sort of doing everything with everyone and being involved with everyone. Things like this, they're freaking exciting and fun, and I love them.
Yeah.
VetCloud Gaming, thank you for the raid.
Awesome, thank you.
Is it
to
really a
not- to
raid
not
if you just have
steal,
one person?
Look, a raid is
Yeah,
still a raid, is still a
it's
raid,
the-
is still a raid.
It is the saddest raid. But it is to not because TLK took people. The creativity, I think, would be the answer for me. Like in the SBA, me and just everyone we've pulled into the team, and especially like Emidus, who I know is watching, like trying to find like what's the new thing we can do that no one else has done, or what can we do better than what we did last year, and pushing some of those things forward. The online portal stuff that he's worked on has been like just fun to watch, fun to work on, all that kind of stuff. Like, how can we? It's a hobby we all like to do. How can we make it better for everybody? How can we make it better for the next generation, literally, of people who are going to do it and keep it going where it doesn't fade out? Seems like it's a thing that could fade out. It's especially for those of us who run like mostly text-based sims, like it's 1990, but finding ways to make that better and do it in new ways is sort of what's fun about it to me nowadays.
By the way, shout out to Amidus, who was going to be in here, but instead sent Trap and just decided to shitpost in the chat instead.
It's his way.
It is his way. I like that there's a whole conversation now about how to pronounce it.
I know, and now I've been pronouncing it wrong in my head this entire time. It's
I've
like
always said
Nor.
Amidus.
I've been screwing it up for years.
I think everybody says it the other way. I say Emidus, and I'm going to stick with it. And
I just say E.
stop me.
E is safe.
E is
If we
safe.
all say it wrong, they have to change, not us.
Why should we change? It's them who suck.
Exactly.
I think my
Answer for
favorite-
me is definitely power. The smallest amount of power you can possibly imagine. No, but actually, all of the above, what everyone else said.
Man,
The people, for sure. I mean, that goes without saying. I wouldn't have even entered HO if I wasn't inspired by our past commish, who was a missionary in Chad while running this league. Um, he's like, I was talking to him. He was helping me with something because I joined HO and I was just trying to learn as much as possible. He hopped on voice chat with me. He's like, I'll be right back. I got to go put gas in our generator to give our village power. Like, I'm like, holy moly,
It's,
like that was pretty heavy to deal with, but and to interact with him was pretty incredible and inspiring. But I just think that, to me, my favorite part is the historic aspect of it. Like, what's going to be happening in 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, like when we look back. um is this going to explode, or is this going to become more mainstream? Like, to me, it's like knowing that I feel like I'm part of something that should be way bigger than it is, but it's not yet. And the excitement knowing that, like, we're doing something, we're leaving a legacy, all of us here and in chat and anyone who participates. I feel like we're leaving a legacy
MTLK's wife.
that looking ahead 5, 10 years, people will be like, damn, they built something amazing. So yeah.
Or they'll be like, those were some nerds.
Or both.
I
Shout
mean,
out to Johnny, by the way, who Hummus mentioned. Awesome dude. I don't know
Yeah.
if he's watching, but
maybe, probably not, but shout out to
he's
Johnny.
probably asleep.
he might be asleep. Yeah, this
He's
is
in
Johnny's
chat.
sleeping time. If you've ever played Werewolf with him,
PvE Werewolf server getting shouted out in tonight's stream. That's pretty cool.
I thought the first
Yes.
rule of the werewolf server was you don't talk about the werewolf server.
Oh,
no,
I've broken that
it
rule many
recruits
times.
all the time.
Air
Shout
crew
out to
is asking about the thing behind me. It's actually a quilt.
oh, hey, this is a good time to ask the question: is it crew or crow?
Oh,
Because I've been saying crow this whole time in my head.
it's
I think
crow.
It's
True.
AC.
It's
Yeah, AC works.
I like that you just consistently take the easy way out.
Yeah, you can't be wrong if you don't try.
Can we put that down as a motto somewhere?
Yeah, that's like that could be a new commissioner motto, I think.
yeah, it's crew. It's like
It's crew.
croutons.
Okay.
I remember that
Alright.
because he corrected me in chat when I was pronouncing his player's name wrong.
Okay. Now I will fix my headcanon. My favorite part is having people to shitpost with while I poop.
Is that Bauer?
Literal and figurative shit posting.
Exactly. Shout out from Rev to the Dallas Bird Dogs of the DSFL for first showing me how fun these sim leagues can be. Also, Bex Swanty for being such wonderful and hardworking people. If you weren't here at the beginning and you haven't heard the news, Bex, 2-year commissioner of the ISFL, stepped down earlier today, and Swanty has taken over. So feel free to flood Swanty's inbox with lots of messages. I'm sure he'll enjoy that. Don't tell him I sent you.
Becky
Like
commissioned
video-
like
Videocast
one-
legend, by the way.
Yeah.
She was part of the first one, so
Yep.
shout out to Bex.
Absolutely.
Amazing tenure. Really made her mark. Honestly, from everything I've understood about her tenure, organizing a lot of stuff that wasn't organized before. So shout out to Bex for being an incredible leader in the Sim League community.
I will say this. I joined HO for the second time in ISFL, the only person who's ever done that. And I had this idea in my head. We need to do this, this, and this. We are way behind on all these things. And once I got there, I realized she literally had all of those things in motion. And it was taking a while, but once it hit, it was like an avalanche. Fix this, fix that, fix this, fix that, and like she did an incredible amount of things over those 2 years. And now it's interesting to see what Swanty will do.
It's an exciting time to hire a new commissioner like Swanty or like the SBA recently hiring Trap. It's fun on the other side to see how long it takes until they become jaded and cynical. It's really just a social
It was
experience.
already that way.
Ooh, so if they start jaded and cynical, do they then go the other way?
Where they become more innocent.
More bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
Okay, we need someone to hire Kells as commissioner to test this
Not it.
out. I mean,
Stepping down
Kells is-
tomorrow.
Kells is
Kells-
a commissioner, so
That's true.
We're
He's
good.
the
yeah, from
love
the SBA.
Kells. That dude's awesome.
I love him.
And it didn't. And by the way, it didn't take long. It was like 2 weeks, so it happens fast.
Booze with Breeze is a thing that happens in the SCFSL. It's wonderful.
Yes, indeed. Hire Kyle as commish. I don't think Kyle wants that. I don't think anybody wants that. Shout out to Kyle. I think Kyle would tell you that he's going to do a terrible job on purpose just so he gets fired.
It's like, well,
Next question. Okay. This comes from Barry B. Benson from PBE SCSFL, and of course that one movie that's insane. The question is, and I swear to God, I'm just reading this as written. Also, he shouts out himself.
that is a power move.
What if do you have been?
Yes.
No.
Maybe.
42.
Sometimes.
Go to hell.
42. I have no answer.
I love a good.
Hey man, we're waiting for you.
Just
His-
a reminder to everybody
Hitchhiker's
that Adam
Guide.
said at the beginning of this that he screened the questions and kept in the ones that were good.
We are now into the point where people started asking questions while we were already recording.
That's your one defense, and it worked. I will lay off.
Just wait for the lightning round, you guys.
Right? Next question. Crody Man, ISFL. What keeps you coming back to your respective sim leagues? For me, he answers his own question. For me, it's the friends I've made along the way, but I'm curious to hear your perspectives. I feel like that answer was put in there so none of us could answer with that.
Damn it! I was going to answer with the people again.
Unless I think
Yeah,
no
We
one-
can't
no
say
He
one-
that for
literally-
everything.
He literally went with the friends we made along the way meme. Like,
Yeah,
he,
it's also the grossest answer.
I'm going to use tax. It's the amount of power that I wield over these people.
What
That's right,
about
we-
the neurotic need to max earn? Right?
I thankfully have been blessed with never having that.
It's
So,
it's watching the number tick up, right? It's the both like TPE and stats. It's an addiction. I need to see somebody for it, but it's an addiction.
I think sort of both addiction and power is at a certain point you get a sense of responsibility to keep coming back.
Oh
You join
yeah.
the team, you're being active, you're earning, you feel the responsibility that you have to keep earning, you have to keep coming back, keep interacting. And that tends to keep a lot of people, you know.
I
You
have.
see it with our DSFL people come do the AC so they can be used by their rookie team. They don't want to let people down.
I have joined sim leagues and actually refused to quit in mid-season. Like I will actually wait till the end of the season before I say, "Fuck this league, I'm out."
Yeah, no, it's more than just the people though. It's like I know I've met lifelong friends through this. I talked about this on the last video cast, but Beaver and I had an amazing time going to a college football game, UCF versus Boise State, and it was insane. Like it was so much fun because I feel like a lot of people on this video cast know Beaver. But it's just yeah, I would have never known him before this if I had never joined this. Now he's my GM. But yeah, it's the lifelong friendships. It's not just friends because I feel like you could say that and that can come off as temporary. Um, but it's become like a bond that we'll always share. Like me, Shu, Danny, Laser, Matty Ice, M, Simo. I keep talking about how I want to go to Australia to visit them. Ryan out of Toronto. Like it's yeah, it's that lifelong, that permanence, that like just that feeling of like okay, like we are now bonded together. We've done amazing work. We've achieved so much. Yeah.
okay. Good answer. Good answer. Shout out to Unconfident in the chat for recreating that style of question. I'm not going to read that, but Crody Man wants to shout out CC for being a tyrant. Always good. We're pro tyrant here, obviously.
F-rank draft pick in the WSBL.
Nice.
For sure.
Next question is from Pug Walrus, aka Spicy Ron, in the ISFL. What kind of things are in the works with the partnership between the SFL and the ISFL? Well, the overall partnerships, we definitely have a lot of things going on in terms of working on. Like, we just announced our logo. We're working on rules and such for expanding the SLF as we go along. Sorry, SFLF, SFL. I'm reminded of Mo reminding me what the name of my own thing is.
It's really good when the owner doesn't know what
S-
the thing is called.
SFL is a very different thing.
Yeah, don't
Yeah.
talk about the pay.
SLF. No.
Though to be fair, it's good to see that the typing translates to speaking as well. So
Yes, 100%.
I'm still sad I never heard Scorp talk.
Right.
For those who know him.
We've got some events just recently started. Artemis has been starting to run gaming events, which is awesome. We have plans to slowly expand that sort of thing, and then more cross league, integration and promotion. We've got a couple of leagues that are sort of in test phases right now that might join eventually. We've got just plans to slowly keep establishing and adding things we can do, games, etc. I would love to see. There's been some jokes about an SLF Olympics where like different games are chosen, and each league will send a couple representatives. And I'm like, that is not a thing I'm going to organize, but oh my god, that'll be amazing.
I've actually done some sort of like Olympic thing for a Discord server. It was just like games on your phone. We did that for like 3 months. But I think it's less about what. It's not really anything specifically ISFL's coming into SFL to change things. It's more we're becoming a part of everything that Adam listed.
Yeah. I think one of my favorite things that I've started noticing happen between the leagues is cross job interviews or recommendations. You got people like, oh, I need a GM, and they go to other leagues. I'm like, who do you have? And it's you get having people coming, and so you're starting to get all this like mix up, which I really love, because one of the things we've been saying since the beginning, is we're stronger together. Like, we are stronger as a community than any of us are individually.
And that's why I'm so glad ISFL is back. Like, they were part of the first video cast, and they had their reservations about the server itself. Now they're in the server. They got their own channel, as they should. So it's nice to have them back with us in the fold. And yeah, like Adam said, TLK messaged me after the charity for CODA, Children's Organ Transplant Association. We raised what, over 10K?
Yeah.
This is absolutely incredible, and they were super grateful. CODA was to all of us. They tweeted us many times thanking us. So,
and we're
really
still
cool
raising money
movement.
for them.
I think they were just shocked that a bunch of nerds raised that much money.
Yeah, they were probably surprised. And TLK messaged me. He's like, "Hey, part of the charity was that if we raised that amount, we were supposed to do a podcast." I'm like,
a drunk
sign me up.
vidcast, I believe, was the exact wording.
A fancy drunk vidcast.
Is that not what this is?
No, that's fair, but this is what it started with, and Nora
This
did
is just
laps
what do you
around
mean?
us.
That was amazing. Yeah, he was very entertaining that night, to put it lightly.
And shout out to Person Man, who started the original charity drive there.
Yep.
And that's
That
another
is-
thing I
that's-
think.
Hit on the
that's
head with a
Dude-
frying
that's
pan.
Dude Man's brother, right?
Yes.
See, I don't know. It's is
Wouldn't that be
charity gonna
funny?
become SLF, or is that still gonna be in a way its own little on the side?
I don't know. That's a good question.
What was the question?
Is charity gonna become like done by SLF? Or is it
That
gonna
is
It'd
be
be cool to
definitely
merge it, like to do it
thing,
all
we can talk about.
contiguously. Yeah, that should probably be what we
Because I
focus
like-
on next. Events is cool, but that could be the event, right? Like,
Yeah.
'Cause I know
games
with,
and stuff are fun, but like people love rallying around charities. Clearly, we all raised over 10K. So yeah.
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 Like, I know for ISFL we had the reservations about the server, but the idea of cross league working never was not there. That's something every league really should be striving for, and charity no bigger example.
Yeah.
That'd
Well-
be amazing. I don't speak on behalf of HO unless they tell me to, but I'll say right now, I think we'd be pretty excited about something like that.
I'll speak on behalf of my HO. We're excited about it.
Yeah, I definitely think that's something we could do, which I would be very excited about us organizing that, and like anything where we can, take our still steadily growing umbrella and go, what can we do with this that benefits the world around us? That's awesome.
I have ideas for which charity to pick.
I do too. We sh-
Rest in peace, Emmy. That's all I'll say. 26 years young. Cancer sucks. Bleep
Mhm.
cancer.
Because I know me and TOK talked when that happened. I messaged in there the charity thing saying we might want to look to do something in honor of Emmy.
yeah, no,
I
I'm
don't know what TOK is
actually
going to say, so you can say that.
yes. There's two things. There's one that actually has been requested by another one of our members, which I posted in the charity thing, which is for multiple sclerosis. I'm still trying to find a good charity on that front, which is a little trickier. That said, we are going to be adopting something for Emmy definitely this week. One of the things that we've done, and I always talk about, is our charity is just important to me. I don't think it should end with a drive or start with a drive. So we actually have custom face gens for all players, which if you do a $5 donation to charity or do 20,000 SCFSL viewing points, you can, but basically it's the coda's running all year round, and then we change charity every month. So we'll do one for Emmy probably this month. I know we're 14 days late, but better late than never. And so if you donate $5 to that charity, it goes straight to your face gen for your player. You have a custom face that you will see every time your player pops up, and in the stat bot.
Okay. Um, Pug Walrus shouts out themselves, of course. Uh, with
Typical Walrus
I'm
move.
just built different, but you were like the second person to do it. Uh, Speaking of, the next question, Barry B. Benson reappears, this time claiming PBE and SCFSL. And for hummus, can you please move that shopping cart for me?
There's a YouTube channel called My House is Dirty, and they do pranks. And one pretends to be a customer. One of the friends pretends to be the worker,
I've seen that.
and so the customer says, "Hey, do you work here?" And the fake worker says, "Yeah, I do." He's like, "Can you move that cart?" And it's some random innocent person's cart. And the fake worker takes the cart and just shoves it as hard as they can across the whole building. Uh, and then the fake customer says, "Oh, thank you so much for helping me. That was really nice of you." And then the random customer is just like, "What the hell just happened to my cart?" So yeah,
Wow. They shut out Cowboy this time with a K. So, hey, they didn't shout themselves out twice. That's nice. Uh, Next question comes from Unconfident, who doesn't shout anyone out. PBE, ISFL, WSBL, and SCFS, SFL. Yeah, I can't ever say anything.
SCSFL.
So, do you remember how we talked about TAC being so wonderful? That relates to this question.
His face.
Instant.
Why is Hummus everyone's least favorite commissioner?
Well, it's simple. It's because he tampered.
Damn, you jumped right into that. Like there was
allegedly.
some
No, no,
Okay.
no.
Allegedly.
Okay, tell
like
us
you're
now's
all
a good
submitted
time.
that question.
It was a warning. It wasn't officially a punished tamper. It
Yeah,
was
because you talked with the
Because you-
commissioner, and the commissioner got you off easy.
Yeah, you abuse commissioner powers to get off. I don't like you because I don't believe in
Gross.
gods, so I can't trust that. Are you really a god? I don't think so.
Tax point about power comes back full circle.
So, could you give everyone Hummus a little background on what happened there? Because I heard about that this week.
Yeah. So we were doing the award stream. Leatherneck Mike, who's pretty active in a lot of the leagues here, um, he
My
was hosting.
GM.
I was co-hosting, and the Rougarou had won. The New Orleans Rougarou, their base PBE team. They had just won like what their fifth or sixth, seventh award of the evening, and I was just like amazed because they win five, six, seven awards every year. So I said stupidly, um, very did not think before I spoke. I said if you would want to make the Hall of Fame, you should consider joining the Rougarou. And yeah, I don't affiliate with them. I've never played for them. I would have said that about any team that had seven awards that night. You know what I mean? So it wasn't an official tamper because I didn't actually ask someone, "Hey, you under contract individually, you should go join. It was more of a general statement, like this is a really good organization. So, yeah, I got.
Magic Johnson has been fined $50,000.
It's one of those things where it's like, yeah, you shouldn't have said it, but like,
Come on, like
It's
come
not as bad as my tampering.
yeah, there's no deliberate like.
Especially
I
for
know
a
we
team
talked about it
everyone's
in
been
super
on.
casual, so Adam TLK would know it. It's like it's only like the dumb tampering that doesn't do much that you ever see punished, and you can
Yep.
laugh at the person.
Most of the time.
Well,
Most
we
of
have a merch store, and
We're waiting.
the Rougarou GMs have already asked the merch store person to put that quote on a shirt. So
That's gonna drive up sales.
I love it.
It's like our High
Uh,
Winds Dude hoodies. People love them.
Next question is also from Unconfident. I feel like we've actually touched on this question, which is what is the most controversial thing you've done? And he shouts out hummus this time. So I feel like there was some.
I wonder why.
Yeah, that wasn't very subliminal right there. What is the most controversial? I don't have time to answer that.
I have a really simple one. It's one of our head office members we hired, who then later got fired.
Well, I mean, doing a Colby story is cheating.
Ah.
I would say, surprisingly, of all the things I've done and all the quotes that I've made, and chat can feel free to throw in your whateverist Adam quote. The one that I got the most heat for was offering HO my balls.
Both
I
of
didn't
them?
like the decision, so
both
I was
of them.
like, I was far from the only person who didn't like that particular decision, but I was like, listen,
That was the
I'm getting snipped next year
favorite?
anyway. I don't need these. So if you'd like to borrow my balls, and then I started suggesting like other people could for like events and stuff, weddings,
Saw
bubbles,
that, Mo.
because you can borrow 'em.
That
I
was
got
the
yelled at.
Is
Yeah,
it
I got
like
yelled
one,
at by
right?
people I've never gotten yelled at before.
DG,
like a detachable penis?
A little bit. Like, look, I don't need this. Here, go. You guys could use these for
What
some
is
decisions.
happening?
It's a good
Moody,
song.
Moody got mad at me. You know it's bad when Moody gets mad.
someone pointed out actually my most controversial one was hiring Toasty, who didn't know the song Wonderwall. It's very important that he knew the song Wonderwall.
Anyway,
Here's
here's the
Wonderwall.
Wonderwall. How do you not know fucking Wonderwall?
That was our question.
Put it on a t-shirt.
legend, yes.
That will
That's gonna
be our
SCFSL
new
shirt. Yeah.
SCFSL thing.
How do you
Somebody,
not know bleeping Wonderwall?
somebody asked me the other day, like, is there any excuse for not knowing Wonderwall? And I said maybe.
For me, the most controversial, and this is something I've never disclosed, and it almost got me permabanned from the EFL, but I feel like at this point I can probably share it. So 2 years ago, I was accused, correctly, I did it, of
What?
What? No! That was an amazing
Fuck him
move.
for trying that here.
Amazing.
Ban him
Man, you
here.
can't beat that. No one will ever beat that moment. That was incredible. He did, yeah. He did have a hard stop.
Now it's just ruined TLK's logo.
Oh, my logo.
It's just weird
Oh,
that
my
he had a hard
logo.
stop in the middle of his own statement. That's the weirdest thing.
Oh,
But
yeah?
hey, it's a hard stop for a reason.
That was well played. I don't think we can top that.
Oh man.
Some League Secret Service that day.
So just so
Alright.
everyone knows, the new EFL commissioner spot's opened up.
EFL has now found itself in a power vacuum.
Jesus. Okay.
That was well played. Tact, have a wonderful night. Thank you so much.
Bro, I love Tad. I feel like there was always something about him. That was amazing.
He's just brilliant.
Wow. Next question. There's
I
no way
think
we're gonna
we've
top
got
that.
one more question, and I think we got to call it.
Yeah. Lefty from SBA EFL. How do you guys handle political drama / drama in general?
Simple.
shout
We
out
don't
to
have
Skip.
any.
Right.
I've
Political
made sure that
drama
we
you
have a
don't
lot of
enjoy.
We've just had a lot of administrators, and then I just passed it to somebody else.
Yeah. Somebody handle this.
I mean, it depends on the drama. Is it like someone yelled at another user, or is it like massive like abuse of power? Like, depending on what you're gonna do, it's gonna be very different type of drama.
Yeah.
So, for ISFL, there's a difference between say with the faded punishment and people not liking how lenient they saw it, and there's a difference with Bachelorette. Very different types of drama.
Man, I'm having flashbacks to the Bachelorette thing now.
I remember asking I want to actually know what is the most viewed thread. I wonder if it's that or one of the punishments. I wonder what's most viewed.
It's probably
I
one of the
check
better
that in
punishments.
PBE pretty
Yeah.
Where does
somewhat frequently because I'm
Apparently,
attached
there's
to
no way
most
to
of
do
them.
it for ISFL. So we have to try manually.
It's pretty easy on JSync. You could sort by most viewed. I'm a political science grad, so I actually do a full discourse. And when it happens, the right way, and the right way basically is say your opinion without attacking the person's opinion. That's going to counter yours. That's pretty much all I ask for. And when it doesn't happen like that, did I freeze?
No, you're
Someone
good.
giving their
Very good.
but when it does happen, when someone does attack the person, that's when we have to step in. I think every commissioner, every HO has probably dealt with
Oh, you did
something.
freeze, but we can hear you.
Yeah, let me undo my camera.
Oh my. Keep moving these logos. That's why we can't have nice
Musical
things.
logos.
All right, I tried. I was trying to help everyone identify who represented which league. I was gonna say we don't really have any drama, and I mean I'm in similar vein to Hummus. If it's not attacking the person and it's just talking political theory, I also have a political science degree. I mean, it's all for it. Discourse is discourse.
You can disagree on something and have a discussion. Doesn't make it an argument.
Yes.
Yeah. As long as everybody's on the up and up, and I mean, I think a lot of that is culture-wise. If you set that up ahead of time to make sure that people, oh my God, the things just keep moving. You set that up ahead of time to make sure everybody knows. Look, this is how you behave. This is how you respond. If you step out of line, it doesn't matter what your views are. We're gonna, we're gonna take care of that. I think that helps a lot because otherwise you run into people
sorts of issues.
For lack of a better term. I tried to come up with other words and couldn't. But yeah, I think that's the way you set up the culture and then make sure everybody, you have plenty of people to make sure something doesn't go wrong, or at least if it does, it can be jumped on very quickly. And then yeah, I think you guys covered everything that I would think of. Don't have Colby.
Make sure your HO knows Wonderwall.
Make sure your HO knows Wonderwall. It's important. Face actions, Mo. All right, Hazard.
What can I say? He was just not cutting it anymore. So,
Oof.
no. Also, has stepped down. We didn't fire him for sure. I would love to have him as a commissioner. I'm glad that he's doing what's better for him. But yeah,
Stuck with me now.
yeah, exactly.
Congratulations to TOK on being promoted to SBA commissioner. Dude, running the SWA. No longer has anybody. Mole to the SCSFL. That's a huge one. I'm now running the ISFL. Dear God, help us all. Dude Man's right. Trap, you're now a free agent. You want to run the PBE?
Sure. I'm gonna run my own highlight sim league now.
Right. I love that. Oh, I just thought of something for one of the previous questions way back when, but I can do this. I'm going to. One of the other options that we've been talking about lately is having an SLF channel for videos and things like that on YouTube so that every league could also have its videos there.
I'd love it.
Yeah, that'd be another thing that would be very cool. All the appropriate leagues. Not everybody has videos. But even those leagues might occasionally have some kind of broadcast for draft or how to create a player, this, that, or the other thing that we could put there. And then you'd have this whole thing where you could tell people, look, here are your resources, here's stuff you can watch to see, how we are. That'd be another thing. Trap doesn't have the correct baseball allegiance, so she's disqualified.
What is your baseball allegiance? I must ask.
Shout out to the Braves, World Series champs, and fuck the Astros.
Hey,
Ah.
Astros. Sorry, I'm
Yeah.
I'm a fan of the cheaters. Sorry.
It's okay.
Look, here's the thing with baseball. They're all cheaters. And the entire thing with the Astros is a bunch of hypocrites being angry that, oh, it was a new kind of cheating, which wasn't new, that we didn't approve of. Baseball has always done that shit, so I think it's wildly overblown.
People
Like,
acting
wasn't
like
there,
the Yankees didn't get fined for the exact same thing the previous season.
wasn't
My
somebody using
understanding-
smartwatches?
My understanding is that Has only became a fan of the Astros when they cheated. So I just
Oh,
you know
that
what?
makes sense
That's
then.
a
That makes
lot more respectful.
That's
damn it,
like,
this is
oh.
backfired.
these people are singing my tune. Okay, you learn a little bit about yourself, and
You root for the underdog, and
Who
who
said they were
better
Braves
as
fans?
an underdog than the team that is reviled by everyone?
Wait, who said they were the Braves fan?
Mo.
Yeah, I was rooting and Trap your Astros. I was a temporary Astros fan for a week or two, because I'm a Marlins fan and I absolutely despise the Braves.
You didn't root for Team Meteor like me?
Congrats, there were two of you. It was you and Hat Trap. That was it.
Yeah, I
I
actually got I got in
he's just
trouble
a-
for that.
He's just a Yimmy Garcia fan, right?
Plus, and I'm gonna go back to wrestling here, especially since M brought it up a little bit there. Who doesn't love the heel made good? Like, it's a redemption story to some degree. No,
Some would
nobody.
argue
Okay, that's fair.
we haven't been made good yet,
We all
right?
prefer a little bit
That's
of a
true. They
heel
didn't
turn.
actually win, but
I should have. Now I have to deal with the
Pitching
Braves fans on Twitter for the next probably decade till the Marlins actually do something decent.
Hey, at least your team has hope that it can actually use. My team has hope for the sole purpose of crushing it in front of me. God
Hey,
damn
at
the
least-
Mets.
What are you, a Mets fan? Okay,
I,
yes. I got it right.
You did.
My uncle's a
he's
Mets
also
fan.
a Jets fan.
I know
Oh.
nothing but pain.
You and my uncle are the same
The
way.
the fact
Well-
is that my best team is
Great
my
company to
hockey
be in,
team,
from my understanding.
and it's the Golden Knights, and they haven't won either. So I'm just batting perfect.
Hey, at least none of us are fans of the Chicago Blackhawks.
That's true.
Hey, that was a good run for a time, right?
There was.
I had a Blackhawks fan coworker. He was very excited for a couple years.
You might want to Google that.
Oh,
Yeah,
is that
it's-
what's ongoing now?
The
There's a thing.
controversy. I was a fan of their coach, and then he was part of the assault stuff. so
Everyone Google
I
that
have
on your
no
own.
clue what's
Yeah.
happening. But okay.
Bad stuff.
very bad controversy. Horrible stuff coming out of the Blackhawks. Yep.
Burn the whole team down. So at least the
Worse
Astros aren't
than
them.
the, was it Oakland NFL?
You know what though? I will say I was a Braves fan way back in the '90s when they had that like killer pitching lineup. Oh, it was so nice.
Glavin,
Amazing.
Smoltz, and Maddox. Yeah.
Yeah, and they only won one title somehow. I still don't understand.
And that makes me happy they only got one because the Marlins had two until now they tied us, but whatever.
Marlins, who didn't even exist for half of the '90s, and then. Oh
Yes,
right,
sir.
I'm gonna go ahead and cut questions there. We are hitting about where we want to be. You guys have any final statements? Let's start with Trap. Any final statements?
Join the SBA if you haven't.
Good. Team Australia in FIBA. Just saying. Mo?
Yeah, don't be like Adam and actually join the SWA, SBA as well. But like, let's be honest, the SWA is better. Yeah, we do. I mean, we do live weekly wrestling shows. It's me and Doc. We do live commentary, and yeah, it's awesome. We just like fuck around. It's
And-
fun.
And the inactive tag teams always win, so
Yeah, it's good news because if you're active, you get to get better, and if you're inactive, you win. So
It's a
you
win-win.
sort of win both ways.
Actually, this is a good time to bring up. I had this secret plan of getting the different commissioners to all create together in the SWA
Make it
as a
stable.
commissioner stable. Yeah.
I thought your original plan was to get the SCFSL executive committee to do it, and then Toasty and I got buried.
Yes, and then realizing I had to rely on you and Toasty to do new things, I realized that was my bad.
That was a bad plan from the get-go.
join us though.
I
Yeah,
will.
yeah. I even booked a specific like open challenge tag team thing because I was like, hey, they're gonna create, and then they didn't. So
No,
you
it
know,
didn't.
you
We
never know.
we
It's
got
fun though.
very buried with the stat
Oh,
bot.
we got the bike shorts in there.
Yeah,
Ooh.
there's good things. It's a lot of fun, and then two, I've been told by multiple people that it puts them to sleep to listen to me and Doc do commentary. So
I don't know why.
if
You
you
got an
need
exciting voice.
if you need a sleep aid every Wednesday night, we go live and we'll put you right to sleep.
White noise
Alrighty.
has nothing on it.
Hummus, what you got for us?
No, tonight was awesome. We got to reveal the logo. So shout out to everyone who submitted a logo and our winner, who Adam
Spartan.
mentioned, Spartan. Thank you, Spartan,
Yes.
for the beautiful logo. Yeah, chat was popping. It was cool to be able to keep up with both y'all and chat. Um, yeah, the PBE is fun. I don't like to be too like recruity. That wasn't my intent on wanting to be involved with something like this. Was the main thing was to just get everyone together. But yeah, we'd love to have you in the PBE if you haven't joined. We go live 4 times a week. Um, yeah, and our presentations I think have improved over the years. Um, and you'll see me at opening day on Tuesday night. So with Legally Blind Gamer. So that'll be a fun night. And yeah, thanks for having us, Adam. And well, I
course.
shouldn't be thanking you. Thank you, TLK, for hosting.
Dude, man, give us some quick SW at your league.
Basketball.
Yeah, basketball. No, honestly, thank you for having me. So I'm sorry I was late for a little bit. But yeah, if any of you guys are looking to join, and if you do join, the trade deadline is November 26th. So just a heads up.
Okay. Darkness.
I just want to say it's good to be darkness if the only person with natural light.
That is true.
And making it this time because it was actually a yearly time for me. But no, thanks for having us coming back on because like I said, I was on the last one, and yeah, hopefully we can with the SLF keep building that up all together, keep doing these monthly, and just keep the good stuff rolling.
Okay. Shout out to all our partner leagues who couldn't make it tonight. GFSA, everyone
SHL.
else.
SHL.
SHL, thank you. VHL.
Yeah, specifically the VHL, which just quick shout out. I'm the only GM still to win 3 championships in a row, first and only of its kind. So yeah, I'm
It's
the
not a real
VHL
shout out.
representative tonight.
It's not a real shout out if you can't toot your own horn a little bit. Anybody who might want to join any of these leagues, if you are in the SLF Discord, every league's got its own channel. Feel free to ask somebody. They've all got reps who can help you out. People can answer questions. Just want to reiterate, Spartan was the winner. Second place was Orbiting Death. I said it earlier, but I want to make sure I repeat that so people know. Which led to a great joke because Orbiting Death's logo had a mistype in it, and I didn't catch it at first, and Mole had to give me shit for it. I was like, "What? Why? What do we need to fix there?" And he's like, "What's the name of your?" Okay. Other than that, we'll see you in December. The tentative plan for December is actually a morning podcast because we have a lot of people from all over the globe. We want to try to get people in, so we might see some different faces. And some of them will probably look a little bleary-eyed.
Day
Until
drinking, day drinking, day drinking.
day drinking.
Sleep,
Mimosas
sleep,
for
sleep.
everybody.
Right. Other than that, everybody be safe. Have a great night. We'll see you in chat and in the leagues. All right.
Time to get
You
that
okay?
logo up on the server.